and welcome. I'm Marisa, and I'm a 5th grader here at Holy Child, and I'm from Port Chester, New York. I was first introduced to Holy Child when I attended Build a Day in 3rd and 4th grades. I participated in collaborative engineering projects, such as building a tabletop roller coaster with a group of girls. I also learned about the robotics program and found out Build a class is offered to everyone in the 5th grade at Holy Child. After attending Build Days in an open house, I knew I wanted to be a student here at Holy Child. It all became a reality for me in January of this year when I got accepted to Holy Child. I remember the moment when my parents told me, "You got in!" I hesitated at first because I was in shock, but then realized it was true. At the Accepted Students event, I met my classmates and future teachers. Before I knew it, the first day of school was here. I was a little nervous, but my fears went away quickly when I participated in icebreakers with my new classmates. We got to know each other quickly and all became friends fast. Next week, I will have a chance to know each other better and all become friends and bond even more with my 5th grade friends on our overnight trip to Camp Jewel with the 6th graders. I'm looking forward to the rock climbing wall and the sleepover, and all the candy we're gonna eat. Don't tell the teachers. At Holy Child, I get to be more independent throughout the school day than I ever would have at my previous school. I'm also learning to be more responsible by checking the student portal regularly for homework assignments, upcoming projects, and school news. I really like language arts because we're reading stories that take place all over the world. Now we're reading Esperanza Rising, which is about a girl from Mexico who moves to America. We will be making connections to Esperanza Rising in other subjects because we will be learning about Mexico's geography and social studies in the Spanish language and language class. Another part of the day that I love is lunch. The food here is the best. I never ate the food in my old school. My favorite lunch so far here is tacos churros, and they are addicting. After school, I play on the 5th and 6th grade field hockey team. I have to say, I'm not really an athlete, but I was encouraged to try a sport, and I'm really glad I did. I love that the people here pushed me outside my comfort zone. I tried cross country, but running was not for me. The next day, we were able to try field hockey. Even though I'd never seen a field hockey stick before and I had no clue how to play, I stuck with it and I was excited to learn from my coach and varsity players we were paired up with. What I love most is going out on the field and playing with my friends. It's a feeling like nothing else. I'm proud to be a Griffin. My favorite memories so far have been the middle school fun run and homecoming. These two traditions started off the year with fun activities that brought our community together. At the fun run, we raised money for 2 organizations. Even though it rained, we brought activities indoors and participated in fun relay races, danced, and even had a rock, paper, scissors tournament. My first homecoming was something I never experienced before. On Saturday, I played games and hung out with my friends. At most schools, kids have a field day at the end of the year, but here at Holy Child, the fun never ends. I hope you come to visit Holy Child because it really is a special place, and I call it my second home. Thanks for listening. Feel free to catch me afterwards if you'd like to hear more about my experiences during my first months of school so far. Good luck to you, and I hope to see you back here very soon.
Hi, my name is Madison, and this is my first year at Holy Child. I'm currently in the 7th grade, and I have really enjoyed my first month of school. Even though everything was new to me here, it wasn't too hard to learn the ropes. I had previously attended Build a Day every year since I was in 4th grade. Being in the Holy Child environment really helped me notice how much I really wanted and needed to come to this school. Not only was the environment very welcoming, it really showed me how advanced Holy Child is with their technology and education. But the coolest part of all this is not only were the classes advanced, but the students were having fun. I can tell you, I've only been in Holy Child a month. When I wake up in the morning, I don't dread going to school, because everyone is just so kind, and the classes aren't boring, but engaging and fun. There's a joy in learning throughout the school. There are some adjustments I've had to make, like the use of iPads. We use them daily to do projects or simple tasks, like look on homework online. If you forget your book at school, you can just look online, and most likely, the pages will be there for you to use, which is a really helpful resource. I really enjoy using the iPads and can't wait to be able to use a computer next year. I also just got back from our science trip to Cape Cod. Before we went, we got the chance to study organisms we were going to see. When we got there, we went to the beach and got to hold and find all the different organisms, such as green crabs and momochogs. We had the opportunity to go on a whale watch, but we were able to see both adult and baby whales. One came so close that I could almost touch it. Another fun activity I participated in was studying in a salt marsh, where we studied many crabs, such as fiddler crabs. We learned about their large claw and what kind of habitat they lived in. Other fun activities we did were bike riding, a quick stop to get ice cream, and a blind walk on the beach. Not only was this trip very educational and fun, it allowed me to get closer to my classmates and really bond with them. Other subjects besides science that I enjoy are Spanish and language arts. I enjoy how my Spanish teacher meets me where I am in terms of studying a language. He does not jump ahead, and at the same time, he's not too easy on us. He stays on our level. I also just started a new sport in Holy Child. I joined the middle school soccer team this fall. I'm still unaware of what club I am in because I was away on a week for the science trip, but I will tell you what clubs I signed up for because the options were pretty cool. I signed up for the stepping, knitting, and coding clubs, and by next week, I will know which one I'm in. Not only are the clubs great, but the teachers are great. They've been very welcoming to me. As the year goes on, I'm looking forward to learning how to type, and in the future, I'm looking forward to playing in the Powder Puff football game as a junior and a senior. I really hope you consider coming to Holy Child, and I look forward to seeing you next year.
Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Aoife, and I'm a freshman here at Holy Child. And this time last year, I was exactly where you are now. So believe it or not, we have a lot in common, because I know what you're going through. As you make your way from one open house to another, stressing about what school you should go to, if you're going to like it, are you going to be able to handle the workload? I was also worried if I was going to be able to make new friends at a school where I knew practically no one. It can feel like such a tough choice to make, especially as there are a lot of great schools out there for you to consider. So in order to help you decide the right one, I want to first ask you a couple of questions. Just think about if the person I'm describing is you. First, are you academically curious? Do you like your subjects at school and want to learn? Are you motivated to study by yourself and take pride in your work? When you play sports, do you play for fun? Can you laugh at yourself when you do something silly? Lastly, but by no means least, are you kind? Are you considerate of other people? If the answer to these questions is yes, then you belong here in Holy Child. My decision to come to Holy Child was affected significantly by spending a shadow day at school, which I highly recommend to you all to do, no matter what school you're considering. On my shadow day here, the teachers welcomed me with open arms, and the girls answered all the questions I had about life here at the school. I had a smile on my face when I left that day because I knew it was right for me. Overall, I saw an environment of young women that I decided I wanted to be a part of. As far as being concerned about meeting new people, Holy Child made sure that before the school year even started, the entire freshman class went on a retreat where we all got to know each other better. We participated in team-building exercises and fun group activities over the course of 2 days. This way, when school started, we weren't alone, as all the incoming students knew each other already. We also have advisories, which are groups of girls, supervised by an assigned teacher, meeting every few days. We can talk to our advisors, or the other girls in our advisory, about questions or any problems we were having. I knew that changing schools would be a challenging transition, but Holy Child's welcoming environment made it easier for everyone, new and returning, and we were able to get used to our schedules and classes very easily. The teachers made sure we all eased into the school year as smoothly as possible. They took all the uncertainty out of making our way around the school by taking us on a tour and showing us where all of our classes were. They also make themselves available to us if we have any questions about homework, tests, or classwork we didn't understand. In such a short time, we have already had some amazing events at Holy Child. Our freshman class went on a field trip to the Metropolitan Museum. We went to see the Heavenly Bodies exhibit, among others, as a multi-curricular trip. We took pictures and we were able to expand our knowledge of subjects we were learning about in class at the time. Just a few weeks ago, we had our homecoming. We welcomed students, families, friends, and alumni to watch our sports teams play. And we had loads of fun playing goof games and dunking our teachers in the dunk tank. Holy Child offers sports programs all year round. If you are into the performing arts, you can also participate in the fall drama or the winter musical. These are great ways to meet people early on in the year while doing something you love. There is also an allotted time every Wednesday for clubs to meet. I joined the American Sign Language Club because it is something I have always wanted to learn. Holy Child offers these opportunities to everyone, and they can offer the same amazing experiences to you. I hope this gives you a little flavor as to what you can expect if you decide to come to Holy Child. Many of the teachers and students are here today and available to answer any questions you may have. So I encourage you to please feel free to come and talk to us. I'm delighted to see so many of you here today. I wish you luck in your decision, and I look forward to being one of the first to welcome you to Holy Child come next September. Thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Elizabeth Haspel and I am a member of the senior class. Between writing my senior yearbook blurb and writing this speech, I've spent an unusual amount of time reflecting on Holy Child in the last few days. Since I began attending Holy Child in 6th grade, I had a lot to reflect on. When I was applying to middle schools, Holy Child initially stood out to me as a somewhat mysterious place. I knew little about Holy Child except for the fact that it was an all-girls school in Rye, making it very different from the other local parochial schools I was applying to. I was not sure if I would like Holy Child when my parents first suggested that I should visit. However, the more I got to know the school, the more I fell in love. After leaving my shadow day, I could not imagine spending my next 7 years anywhere else. Thanks to the kind admissions office, engaging faculty, and excited students I met, I was hooked on Holy Child. As a middle school student, I was introduced to a wide variety of opportunities which I had never had access to before Holy Child. I took classes in robotics, modern dance, rhetoric, and French. I learned the flute, played lacrosse, although not very well, and participated in my first musical. My advisors always encouraged me to step out of my comfort zone and take advantage of the amazing opportunities our school has to offer. My middle school experience helped me develop my confidence and learn to express my ideas. When I transitioned into the upper school, I built a strong foundation both inside and outside of the classroom. The fear of failure no longer stops me from trying something new. My academic experience in high school has truly embodied Cornelia Connolly's mantra of joy in teaching, joy in learning. Holy Child is an environment where teachers enthusiastically share their extensive knowledge, but are also unafraid to gain new insights from their students. Similarly, students here hold one another to high standards without being competitive. At Holy Child, learning never stops in the classroom. We will share our thoughts regarding complex issues, not only during class, but over lunch in the dining hall or in the locker room before practice. I believe that this community culture stems from the seemingly inherent interest and compassion of Holy Child students and faculty. I am always impressed by my peers' concern for the well-being of others. They are globally aware, and they can speak to the injustices in our world which inspire them to make a difference. Thanks to my time at Holy Child, I've developed a genuine love of learning and feel empowered to share my views with the world. I walk into school each day and I know that everyone here wants me to succeed. As I continue my college search, I find myself looking for Holy Child's best traits in the universities that I visit. On campus tours, I make sure to ask about the accessibility of faculty, willingness of the administration to listen to students, and level of student involvement. Universities also get bonus points from me for being similar to Holy Child if their students sometimes wear tutus around campus, have dance parties in the dining hall, love music, love snacking, and embrace their classmates' diversity. I know that long after I graduate in June, the essence of Holy Child's mission will resonate with me for a lifetime. Holy Child is a community of caring families, students, and faculty I hope you get to experience today, and I'm lucky to call Holy Child my home.